Jomol, good evening, good evening. Who else is there in the class? Good evening, everyone. All those who are there in the class, say yes in the chat box so that I can address you by your name and we can start communicating and slowly start our session. Vrinda, good evening. Hi, very good evening, Vrinda. Yes, good evening, everyone. So, maximum people join करें तो हम लोग start करें. I'll wait for 2 more minutes for students to join. Kavya, very good evening. Very good evening, Kavya. I'm doing good, Vrinda. How are you doing? Everybody's exam date. Have you all taken your exam date? How's the preparation going on? How are you all doing? Please update me in the chat box. Going good, Vrinda. Okay, great. Great. So, today we have gathered to complete the Kathy John's letter. We have already finished it in the Malayalam live, right? हम लोग Malayalam live में खत्म कर चुके हैं. So today we are here to finish it off in the Hindi session also. Good evening, dear GB. Good evening. Hope you are doing great, GB. Right? So today we'll finish it off in Hindi as well. Right, so Samay Kalenda Namka, let's not waste time and we'll start our session slowly, right? So in this session, I think how many viewers are there? 5 people I can see. So out of these 5 people, how many of you are new? Kavya, I know. Vrinda, I know. Jibi, I know. Anybody who is attending the session for the first time so that we just revise what we did in the last class and we can continue. Previous revise ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമുണ്ടോ or shall we continue? Please tell me in the chat box. First timers ആരും ഇല്ല ക്ലാസ്സിൽ? First timers ആരും ഇല്ല? All right, so നമുക്ക് പിന്നെ നമ്മുടെ സെഷനിലോട്ട് തന്നെ തുടങ്ങാം. Previously, right, exactly. So we will continue of what we have done in the last class. Right. Okay. So അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ നിർത്തിയത് എവിടെ വെച്ചായിരുന്നു? I think we have completed up till 16 to 2013 നമ്മൾ വായിച്ചിരുന്നു. Right. So നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ആ ഡേറ്റ് അഡ്രസ് സാലിറ്റേഷൻ ആൻഡ് ആരി തൊട്ട് തന്നെ അങ്ങ് തുടങ്ങാം. സോ നമുക്ക് ആ കണ്ടിന്യൂവേഷൻ അങ്ങ് കിട്ടും. റൈറ്റ്. സോ ഓൾ ഓഫ് യു ക്യാൻ യു സീ മൈ സ്ക്രീൻ ആൻഡ് ടെൽ മീ വാട്ട് ഇസ് വിസിബിൾ? എല്ലാവർക്കും എൻ്റെ സ്ക്രീൻ കാണാമോ? ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ് സൗമ്യ. ഹോപ്പ് യു ആർ ഡൂയിങ് ഗ്രേറ്റ്. ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ്. Hope everybody is doing great. Soumya, how's the preparation going on? Right. So Soumya replies till she replies yes. So let's നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ date address salutation and ആരി തന്നെ തുടങ്ങാം. We know that 16 to 2013 is the date of the letter because that's the last visit. Moreover, in task it was given as today's date 16 to 2013. അല്ലെ ടാസ്കിൽ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു 16 to 2013 is the date of the letter, due to which we have taken 16 to 2013 as the date of the letter. Full stop, sorry, no full stop, no punctuation, no nothing. Leave a line. First line of the address, namukku first line of address mein there was no name of the reader, right? Name of the reader was not mentioned, reader का name mentioned नहीं था, so we have added article the in front of gynecology registrar, so it is the gynecology registrar. After which you have written the name of the hospital, Spirit Hospital, South Brisbane. Leave a line, dear sir slash madam. Dear sir slash madam is used because we don't know the name of the reader. So when you don't know the name of the reader, the designation is the salutation is always given as sir slash madam. If the name was mentioned, we would have written the salutation with the help of the second name of the reader, right? So dear sir slash madam, comma, leave a line, RE full colon, Miss Kathy Johns, comma, aged 25. So what are the various ways of writing age? You can write RE full colon, Miss Kathy Johns, aged 25, comma, aged 25, or you can write RE full colon, Miss Kathy Johns, comma, aged 25 years, right? Or you can write RE full colon, Miss Kathy Johns, comma, 25 years old, right? So all three are absolutely right, right? People, date, address, salutation and RE is not a confusion to anyone, right? Date, address, salutation and RE is not a confusion to anyone. Right, very good. Good evening, Fatima. Good evening, Ambika. Right, age 25 years, 25 hyphen, Kavya hyphen it എഴുതുമ്പം ഇയേഴ്സിന്റെ കൂടെ എസ് ഇടില്ല അല്ല 25 hyphen year hyphen old അങ്ങനെയല്ലേ എഴുതുക, right? Okay, so now, right, when we write with hyphen, I think we don't add s with year, isn't it, people? Do we add s with year when we write with the help of hyphen? 25 hyphen year hyphen old, do we add s with year? അല്ലേ? 25 no need of s, exactly, no need of s. നമ്മൾ എഴുതുന്നത് 25 hyphen year hyphen old. So ആ ഒരു കാര്യത്തിൽ കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എക്സാമിന് റിസ്ക് എടുക്കാനിരിക്കാൻ ഇരിക്കരുത്. ഓക്കെ, നോ മാം, വി ഡോണ്ട് ആഡ്. യെസ്, വി ഡോണ്ട് ആഡ്. എനിക്ക് തോന്നി അത് ടൈപ്പിംഗ് മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ആയിരിക്കും, പക്ഷെ സി, when you type in the chat box, actually you're helping your friends also, right? So please participate keenly, okay? When I ask you something, do type in the chat box like Kavya does, like everybody does, because it gives a very good clarity and the class is no more monotonous. So like Kavya types, I would encourage each one of you to be encouraged and take keen participation. Crazy, hi Crazy, how are you doing, Crazy? And what is your update? Right, I knew that, okay, because there you did not come to the class, no other mode of communication. So Crazy, I would like to know, how was it exam and how did it end up, right? Please do update me. All right, okay, waiting for your next message in the chat box. All right. Until then, so there are two ways of writing the introduction. How can we write the introduction? We can write in these two ways. One is I am. As we knew that this was an urgent case, you all remember it was an urgent case letter ആയിരുന്നു അല്ലേ? ये एक urgent case का case note था, right? So I am writing to refer Miss Kathy Johns who requires urgent assessment, right? Who requires urgent assessment owing to what reason? Owing to suspected ectopic pregnancy. Okay. Given for revaluation. Okay. Things might work. Okay, I've given it for revaluation. Reading and writing. 310 and 320. Okay. All right, Praisy. Anyways, you have given for revaluation, right? Yes. So let's see. Chances are there, but let's see. Yes, let's see. Let's hope for the best. Good evening, Annie. Good evening. Right? Yes, so let's see. Okay. Right, people. So these are the two ways we can frame the introduction, right? Reason was suspected ectopic pregnancy. We all remember that the reason is suspected ectopic pregnancy. So I'm writing to refer Miss Kathy Johns who requires urgent assessment and management owing to suspected ectopic pregnancy. This is one way, right? This is one way. And the another way is this letter is being written to refer Miss Kathy Johns who requires urgent assessment and management owing to suspected ectopic pregnancy. So I am writing to refer, and this letter is being written to refer is what tense, what voice? I am writing to refer, or this letter is being written to refer is what tense, what voice? Yes, people. I am writing to refer, or this letter is being written to refer is what tense, what voice? Yeah, it is what tense, what voice. Exactly. That's what my question. I am writing to refer, or this letter is being written to refer is what tense, what voice? Passive, right? Of what tense? Present continuous. Exactly. Present continuous passive voice, and both are equally right, right? It is present continuous passive voice, and no, it's not present perfect. It is present continuous passive voice, Dolma, okay? Because in passive voice, we use what? Is or are or am plus being plus v3. being. Being plus v3 is the are the auxiliary verbs of present continuous. Okay, present perfect we do not use being. In present perfect we use have been or has been. Okay, in present perfect we use has been or have been. Why are we adding s with require? Why are we adding s with require? Because subject is singular, right? Why are we adding s with require? Because subject is singular. When subject is singular, verb is singular, and we add s to the verb. When subject is plural, verb is plural, we don't add s to the verb. So introduction, all the ingredients are clear to everyone. Why requires, right? Exactly. Introduction is clear to each one of you. Introduction is clear to each one of you. Shall we move on? So let's move on to the first body paragraph. Right? Yes. So let's move on to the first body paragraph. I hope screen is visible. Right? So this is the major concern still I face in classes, the confusion of when to use presented and when to use was presented, right? Eppa presented UCNM, eppa was presented UCNM, was presented don't use at all. Okay, never use was presented irrespective of whatever may be the reason. Even when you talk about the baby and mother, say baby was brought by mother. Okay, don't say baby was presented by mother. Never use that kind of application in your letter writing. Instead, say baby was brought by mother, rather saying baby was presented. Okay, so was presented is absolutely a wrong usage. Please avoid it. Okay, so Miss John's presented or was presented, I should not even have given this option was presented. സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് വന്നു, खुद से आई है ये. So Miss Johns presented yesterday with the. Okay, so all those who feel that ma'am why yesterday, why not take the date, people both are right at their respective places. Either you use date or you say yesterday, both the terms are equally right in meaning. Okay, both the terms are equally right in meaning. So either you say on 15/02/2016 comma Miss Johns presented with the, or you say Miss Johns presented with the. Okay, so Miss Johns presented yesterday. So Miss Johns presented subject plus v2 is what tense? Miss Johns presented. Very good, very good, Kavya. If patient admitted by self, then we say, right, was admitted. Exactly, very good. So what tense is Miss Johns presented? What tense is Miss Johns presented? Simple past. Very good. Simple past. And where do we apply the application of simple past? All those places where the action is completed in the past. Okay, having no connection with the present, we use simple past. वो सारी जगहों पे जहाँ पे पास्ट में इवेंट हो चुका है उसका प्रेजेंट से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, हम वहां पे क्या यूज करेंगे? हम वहां पे सिंपल पास्ट यूज करेंगे, राइट? सो मिस जॉन्स presented yesterday with the dash of, what will you use? Noun or verb? What will you use? Noun or verb? COMPLAINTS or COMPLAIN? What will you use? COMPLAINTS or COMPLAIN? No, Soumya. Typing mistake maybe. Noun. We need noun. We need noun. Good evening, Ella. How are you doing? Happy to see you. Right, complain. C-O-M-P-L-A-I-N-T-S. Alla, C-O-M-P-L-A-I-N-T-S. We need a noun, okay, not the verb. Because patient noun के साथ आया है ना, complaints के साथ आया, expression of thing के साथ आया, right? So, Miss Jones presented yesterday with the complaints. C-O-M-P-L-A-I-N-T-S. Complaints of lower abdominal pain dash was in dash right iliac fossa. Yes, I felt that, Soumya, that the typing mistake I figured it out, right? I figured it out. Yes, which, very good. Which relative pronoun would be correct? Which relative pronoun would be correct, right? Which was in the right iliac fossa, because we are specifically talking about the right part, right? So which was in the right iliac fossa, right? So see, all this first body paragraph, the first three lines are written in simple past because you're talking about yesterday's incident. Now, she dash unsure of her last menstrual period. Now, this is a fact about her. ये patient का fact है. भले पेशेंट ने कल कहा हो लेकिन ये पेशेंट का फैक्ट है, राइट? इधर ये भले पेशेंट ने भले दिस पॉइंट वाज स्टेटेड yesterday by the patient, but this is a fact. Very good, it's a fact, so it should be represented in which tense? It should be represented in simple present tense. So how will you write? She is unsure. She is unsure of her last menstrual period, comma, and has had irregular bleeding since starting. Today in the grammar class we have learned the application of has had. When do we use has had? Any action that started in the past and has continued up till in the present, right? With the help of time indication we use has had. तो यहाँ पे देखो time indication है, has had irregular bleeding since starting. Starting से irregular bleeding है, okay, not था, okay? So you will use she is unsure of her last menstrual period, comma, and has had irregular bleeding since starting. Clear alle? She dash on POP 2 months ago. Now see, 2 months ago, 2 mahine ke pehle, 2 maasam mumba, having no connection with the present, right? That means, can I write she is on POP or she has been on POP? Can I write? Can I write she is on POP or she has been on POP? No. So what will I write? Very good. She was on POP, right? What will I write? She was on POP 2 months ago. Have you understood? Okay. കഴിഞ്ഞ 2 മാസമായിട്ട് POP ലാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ എങ്ങനെ പറയും? पिछले 2 महीने से वो प्रोजेस्ट्रॉन ओनली पिल पर है. Okay. पिछले 2 महीने से पेशेंट प्रोजेस्ट्रॉन ओनली पिल पर है, तो how will I say? കഴിഞ്ഞ 2 മാസമായിട്ട് പേഷ്യന്റ് പ്രൊജസ്ട്രോൺ ഓൺലി പില്ലാണെങ്കിൽ എങ്ങനെ പറയാം? ഷീ ഈസ് ഓൺ. She is on. She has been on. Very good. Very good. She has been on progesterone only pill for 2 months, because see, there you're providing time indication. Okay. She is on POP is a fact about her. Right there, we do not have to use any kind of time indication. She is on POP is a fact about her. We do not have to talk about the time indication. But when we say she has been on POP for 2 months, there you're telling the reader that from the past 2 months the patient has been taking. That means there you have to use present perfect. Have you understood, everyone? Have you understood, everyone? Is it clear to each one of you? वो लाइन सबको समझ में आई? Clear to everyone? Great. So now let's understand the next line. So she was on POP 2 months ago. So just read from the beginning. Miss Jones presented yesterday with the complaints of lower abdominal pain, which was worse in the right iliac fossa. Right? She is unsure of her last menstrual period, comma, and has had irregular bleeding since starting. She was on POP 2 months ago. Full stop. On observation, people on examination, on observation, on evaluation, on assessment, in front of dates, we always use preposition on. Okay, so on, what's the date? Yeah, on observation, comma, she dash mild right iliac fossa tenderness. She dash mild right iliac fossa tenderness. What will you use? She has or she had. We are talking about yesterday. She has or she had. What will you use? She had. Very good. She had, right? Yes, she had. So she had on observation, comma, she had mild right iliac fossa tenderness. Right. She had mild right iliac fossa tenderness and quite tenderness in the right fornix. Full stop. She was assessed to have non-specific abdominal pain. She was assessed to have. What tense is this? What voice is this? She was assessed to have is what tense, what voice? She was assessed to have is what tense, what voice? Simple past passive voice. Very good. It is simple past passive voice because it is assessed by somebody else in the past. That is yesterday, right? Because it is assessed by somebody else in the past by somebody else in the past. So it is simple past passive voice, right? So she was assessed to have non-specific abdominal pain and was asked to return today for blood test and reassessment, or has been asked to return today for blood test and reassessment. What should I use? And was asked to return today for blood test and reassessment, or has been asked to return today for blood test and reassessment. What should I use? Was asked, obviously, because when are you telling this to the reader? You're telling this yesterday. See, this is yesterday's body paragraph, isn't it? This is the first body paragraph where we are going to talk about 15th visit, right? Where we are going to talk about the 15th visit. So the whole body paragraph would be something like, Miss Johns presented yesterday with the complaints of lower abdominal pain, which was worse in the right iliac fossa. She is unsure of her last menstrual period, comma, and has had irregular bleeding since starting. She was on POP 2 months ago. On observation, she had mild right iliac fossa tenderness and quite tenderness in the right fornix. She was assessed to have non-specific abdominal pain and was asked to return today for blood test and reassessment. Everybody got it? First body paragraph is clear to each one of you? First body paragraph is clear to each one of you? Any confusion? Clear? Right? So we'll move on to the next body paragraph, that is second body paragraph, and now we have got to talk about today, right? Now we have got to talk about today, so let's talk about today. So today, second body paragraph we are going to talk about today. Today, comma, Miss John. See, it is better you avoid the date because already you have written date of the letter. No need to repeat it. So better we write today. So today, Miss Johns has a severe constant pain which has worsened overnight, isn't it? Today, Miss Johns has a severe constant pain which has worsened overnight. So today, Miss Johns has severe constant pain is what tense, people? Today, Miss Johns has severe constant pain is what tense? Today, Miss Johns has severe constant pain is what tense? Yes, it is what tense? That is simple present tense. And pain has worsened overnight. Pain has worsened overnight is what tense? Pain has worsened overnight is what tense? That is present perfect, right? Pain has worsened overnight is present perfect. Clear to everyone? Why have we used the combination of simple present tense and present perfect tense is clear to each one of you. She has severe constant pain. It's a fact about her. And her pain has worsened overnight because pain has worsened. The action of worsening is over overnight. So that is why it is written in present perfect. Okay. So today Miss Johns has severe constant pain which has worsened overnight. This is one way of starting, or you can write it as today, comma, Miss Johns revisited with worsened pain. People, revisited is not hyphenated. Okay, revisited hyphenated nahi hai. So today, comma, Miss Johns revisited with worsened pain. Dash is constant in nature. What relative pronoun can you use here? Dash is constant in nature. What relative pronoun can you use here? Come on, tell me. Who, whom, which, when. What relative pronoun can you use here? Hello, Selva. Hi. Yes, what relative pronoun can we use here? Which can be used here. Right, very good. Right, very good. Right, we can use which here. है ना? Right, so let's read it once again. Let's read it once again. So today, comma, Miss Johns revisited with worsened pain, which is constant in nature. Right, full stop, dash, comma. That means we are going to say something extra, right? So in addition, iske alawa, idu kuda de ya iske alawa, in addition, comma, she dashed some slight vaginal bleeding overnight also. And we are talking about today, what will you use? In addition, comma, she dashed some slight vaginal bleeding overnight also. What will you use? Yeah, in addition, comma, she has. Very good. In addition, comma, she has. We will use she has. Very good. Right answer, people. We will use she has. Right. So, in addition, comma, she has some slight vaginal bleeding overnight also. She dash while waiting in reception. She feels faint, or she felt faint, or she fainted while waiting in reception. While I was explaining you the task, I hope you remember, she did not faint down, people. തലചുറ്റി വീണിട്ടില്ലായിരുന്നു. Patient sir chakkar kha ke gira nahi tha, isn't it? So we cannot say she fainted, right? So don't change the meaning. If you say she fainted, you are going against the meaning. So don't do that. So faint बोले तो नहीं, ऐसा लगा कि चक्कर आ रहा है. She felt that she might faint, right? So please use the correct form. What is it? She felt faint. Is it clear to everyone? It would be she felt faint. We cannot say she fainted, right? We cannot say she fainted. Rather, what will you say? She felt faint. Very good. She felt faint. Let's read further. So she felt faint while waiting in reception. On questioning, comma, she dash left shoulder tip pain. On questioning, comma, she dash left shoulder tip pain. Yes, she had or she has. On questioning, comma, she has or she had left shoulder tip pain. Very good, Diana. She has, right? Ella, Jibi, Soumya, everyone rightly answered. Very good, Ambika. She has left shoulder tip pain. Ale, she has left shoulder tip pain. On assessment, I have already told you, on assessment, on observation, on evaluation, in front of dates, we always use preposition on. So on assessment, comma, she dash tenderness in the right iliac fossa. She has tenderness in the right iliac fossa with guarding and rebound tenderness, right? On assessment, she has tenderness in the right iliac fossa with guarding and rebound tenderness. On vaginal examination, we use preposition on. On vaginal examination, comma, she dashed cervical excitation and marked tenderness. She dashed cervical excitation. Yes. She dashed cervical excitation. Again, she has. Again, she has. Right. She has cervical excitation and marked tenderness in the right formix. Her pregnancy test result dash positive, is positive, was positive, has been positive. Her pregnancy test result is positive, was positive, has been positive. Her pregnancy test result is positive. अले her pregnancy test result is positive. Yes or no? Right? Yes, because it's the fact. So her pregnancy test result is positive and urine dipstick. See, either you can say her pregnancy test result is positive and urine dipstick is clear. Semicolon, therefore, comma, she is suspected with the condition. Can't we say like that? What condition? Suspected with ectopic pregnancy, isn't it? Right? Either you say her pregnancy test result is positive and urine dipstick is clear, semicolon, therefore, comma, she is suspected with the condition. Or you use it in the contradictory way here itself. Her pregnancy test result is positive, semicolon, therefore, comma, her urine dipstick is clear. Because these two are contradictory things. Yes or no? See, this is the reason she is suspected with ectopic pregnancy. इसीलिए पेशेंट को सस्पेक्ट किया जा रहा है ectopic pregnancy, isn't it? Have you understood? So both the ways are right. Clear to everyone? Both the ways are right. Is it clear to everyone? Second body paragraph is clear to each one of you? Right, second body paragraph is clear to each one of you. Great, great, Selva, Dinah, all clear. Okay, so now let's look at the recommendation paragraph. Have a look at the recommendation paragraph. So there are various ways you can start your recommendation paragraph as. Either you can start with in view of the above, or you start as given the above, or you start as in light of the above, or you straight away start as it would be appreciated. All are correct. Okay, all are correct. Okay, so either you start as in view of the above, or you start as given the above, or you start as in light of the above, or you can start it as it would be appreciated. All the ways are correct. So in view of the above, comma, it would be appreciated if you could provide immediate evaluation, because we have already used the word urgent assessment in our introduction, isn't it? हम already urgent assessment word use कर चुके हैं अपने introduction में. Yes, exactly right. Kavya, in view of the above, given the above, in light of the above, all are correct, right? So either you say like that, and either you paraphrase people, because we have already used the word urgent assessment. So let's use if you could provide immediate evaluation and do the needful. Why do the needful? क्योंकि task में डिस्चार्ज प्लान के पार्ट पर कुछ नहीं दिया था, राइट? सो वी कैन नॉट अज्यूम बाय आवरसेल्फ दैट लेट्स add all these points to the gynecology registrar. So never assume points by yourself. Okay, after that, people, full stop, leave a line. People, conclusion is very important part of a letter. Never skip, because many times in your exam, out of nervousness, people have the tendency to forget this line because it's very tiny, right? So we feel that it might not have any significance in the letter, but it is not so. It does have a lot of significance in your letter. So please do not forget to write the conclusion. If you have any queries, comma, please do not hesitate to contact me. Yesterday there was a short video by one of our senior teachers. So there she corrected it clearly that people have the tendency to create a spelling mistake while writing queries. Query spelling ഇപ്പോഴും കുറേ ആൾക്കാർ തെറ്റിച്ചാണ് എഴുതുന്നത്. QUERIES. Okay, adebole, if is a conditional word, people, please do not forget to put comma when you write if you have any queries. So if you have any queries, comma, please do not hesitate to contact me. Full stop, again leave a line. Now, while we talk about signing off, when do we write yours faithfully and when do we write yours sincerely? We write yours faithfully when you do not have the name of the reader. जब reader का name mention नहीं होता है, तब हम yours faithfully लिखते हैं. Right here, for example, we had write a letter to the gynecology registrar. We did not had the name provided in the task, right? So how will you write yours faithfully? But if the name of the reader was provided, we would have written yours sincerely. Agar name provided hota, so we would have written yours sincerely. Because name is not provided, we will write yours faithfully. Absolutely right, exactly. Right, do all the new students, please keep a look in the chat box. Also, your friends are trying to help you out in all the ways they can. Okay, so please do have a look in the chat box. Yours faithfully, comma, Leave a line. When do we leave a line after the signing off? We leave the line when the name of the registered nurse is not given. Okay, जब registered nurse का name mentioned नहीं होता है, we leave a line. So leave a line, registered nurse, right, registered nurse, and registered nurse R and N would be capital. Okay, for example, if the name of the registered nurse was given, suppose it is given as Miss Ramona DiCosta. Suppose the name of the registered nurse is given as Miss Ramona DiCosta, then how would you have written? Then you would have written it as yours faithfully, comma, next line Miss Ramona DiCosta, next line registered nurse. Okay, so these days in the Zoom sessions, many students have a common doubt that, ma'am, should we write the address of the registered nurse as well? People, it is not considered mandatory. Okay, writing the address of the registered nurse is not considered mandatory at all. Okay, writing till registered nurse is mandatory. आपको registered nurse तक तो लिखना ही लिखना है, but you write anything after registered nurse is not considered mandatory, which means you can skip, you can write. लेकिन registered nurse तक आपको लिखना ही है. Clear everyone? Right? Right? Is it clear to each one of you? So if we just look back that what all tenses did we use, right? What all tenses did we use? If you just look back, you will understand. All of you, please just revise from the beginning. Is my first slide visible? First body paragraph is visible to each one of you. First body paragraph, yes. Now see, have a look. Oh, right. Miss Johns presented simple past with the complaints noun of lower abdominal, which was simple past, which relative pronoun. She is unsure of her last menstrual period, simple present, and has had irregular bleeding, so time indication is given. She was on POP 2 months ago because it's a completed action in the past having no connection with the present. If she was still on POP, we would have written she is on POP. If time indication was given, we would have written she has been on POP for 2 months, right? So for you it is clear when to use was, when to use is, when to use has been. I hope it is clear by this statement. On observation, I have already told you certain times that on observation, on examination, on assessment, in front of dates, we use preposition on. She had mild right iliac fossa tenderness because we are talking about yesterday. So she had mild right iliac fossa tenderness. She was assessed to because she was assessed by somebody else yesterday. So she was assessed. This is simple past, passive voice. She was assessed to have non-specific abdominal pain and was asked because she was asked by somebody else. So was asked to return today, that is on 16th, for blood test and reassessment, right? After that, we spoke about the second body paragraph, that is today. We are talking about today. Miss Johns has severe constant pain, simple present tense, which has worsened overnight, present perfect tense. Today, Miss Johns revisited with worsened pain, which is a relative pronoun, which is talking about worsened pain. So today, Miss Miss Johns revisited with worsened pain, which is constant in nature. समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा व्हेन यू से, जब आप थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा की बात करते हो, व्हेन यू टॉक समथिंग विच इज एन एडिशनल, यू से इन एडिशन कॉमा शी हैज, सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस, शी हैज सम स्लाइट वजाइनल ब्लीडिंग ओवरनाइट आल्सो. शी फेल्ट फेंट, it's a completed action, so we use she felt, simple past, while waiting in reception. On questioning, she has left shoulder tip pain है, so simple present. On questioning, she has left shoulder tip pain. On assessment, she has tenderness under, tenderness है. She has tenderness in the right iliac fossa with guarding and rebound tenderness. On vaginal examination, she has cervical excitation and marked tenderness in the right fornix, full stop. Her pregnancy test result is positive and urine dipstick is clear, semicolon, therefore, comma, she suspected with the condition. Either you write like this or you say her pregnancy test result is positive, semicolon, however, comma, her urine dipstick is clear. Either you connect it and use the connector therefore, or use it with the contradictory connector, that is however. Clear ആണോ എല്ലാവർക്കും? Have you all understood all the ingredients? Have you all understood the way I read the whole body paragraph with the reason behind it? Why simple present, why simple past, why has had, why has, why had. So always justify your letter with reasons whenever you use any auxiliary verb, and when you plan that this is the reason I'm going to convert, so you should have a very good clarity about this. Clear, everyone? Clear, set. Okay, wonderful. Right, so Friday I'll be coming live in Facebook at 7 p.m. Malayalam. Okay, Malayalam will be the medium of the class, and that day we'll come across, I haven't planned what to discuss, but yes, we will be discussing sentence formation or any task discussion, right? Kind of fill ups or something. So we will again do. Up till people, please keep on writing letters, right? Be updated about all the grammatical stuffs. That's so sweet of you, Selva. That is so very sweet of you to say that. Thank you so much. Right? Overwhelmed to see that message. Thank you, Selva. See you all. The way you all shower love on me, the way you pray for me. Seriously, what else do I need? Right? What else do I need? And this is something that gives me the motivation and literally pushes me more to work on, to teach you more, so that it helps you in all the way. And I also try to give my best, the very best thing which I can do from my side, right? So yes, thank you so much, Selva, once again for those words. It meant a lot to me. Thank you, Dinah, Vidu. Thank you, Kavya, everyone. So, all of you, keep rocking like this. Stay positive, stay pleasant, right? Keep your hard work going on. Don't expect much. You just do your duty. Let the examiners do their duty. Let God do his duty. You do your duty, okay? So, keep your track on like this. Stay positive. Keep on writing letters. Keep your grammar updated, right, everyone? So that is all for today, everyone. So we'll catch up in the 9 p.m. Zoom session, everyone. So that is all for today, people. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night. And before that, anybody who has joined for the first time, am I Sandhya? That's so nice to know. That's so nice to know. Chalo. Lots of love, everyone. Thank you, GB. That's so nice of you to say that. Thank you, GB. Lots of love, right? As I always say, right? Everything is scripted. So keep your hard work going on. See, Vrinda, see, this is the message you send, right? I am so blessed to see this, right? What else would I want? What else would I expect, right? So that's why I always say to all my dear friends, to all my dear candidates, that you just do your duty, right? And God is forcing you to go on those struggling ways, so that once you fly to the UK, you should understand that this was the struggle I have done, right? Thank you. Thank you so much, Ella. Thank you so much, people. Lots of love, everyone. Lots of love. The only thing is, I cannot see you, but you all can see me, right? But I am sure that after clearing up your exam, you all will come to be good and we'll catch up, right? We should meet, right? We'll surely catch up, right? Because you all have seen me and I have not seen any one of you. So we must meet up, right? So do come to be good once, everyone, before flying. Okay, so that is all for today, people. Catch you at 9 p.m. Zoom session. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you.